Welcome to A Direction Forward. I'm back from my trip of the 2024 Girls Gone Wild, Puerto Penesco. And I just want to tell you that I had the most fantastic time. There were a dozen women, and I would say 10 out of the dozen women I didn't know, I'd never met before. So it was really interesting in all the dynamics and all the different personalities, I guess, and ways that people look at things and how they view traveling to a foreign country. I guess Mexico would be considered a foreign country for some. I've traveled to Mexico many times, so it wasn't really a big deal for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I enjoy the weather, and I enjoy the people and the food. So for me, that was a bonus. And the place we stayed at, oh my goodness, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a nicer place. It was two huge homes with like a patio in between. So we each had like our own kitchen and refrigerators and stuff like that where we could, put all our much needed supplies from America in there that we couldn't go the week without. And it just worked out really well. Julie had a different chef come in 4 nights out of the week. So we got to sample some local cuisine, and it was just absolutely delish. Then she had one woman come in and show us how to make shrimp ceviche and enchiladas. And that was also just yummy beyond belief. I couldn't believe how fresh everything tasted and how absolutely delicious all the food was. In fact, there wasn't ever anything really left over. There was like bits and pieces, but not anything to really talk about or to really count on like the next day. So that just says an awful lot about the chefs and the food that they prepared for us. And so our week ended with a lot of people, saying what fun, and we couldn't wait until the next year to do this again. And I made some new friends, which was really nice because all of us were from the same city. So it was going to be kind of nice for me to run into some ladies that I normally wouldn't be looking for or would acknowledge because I didn't know them from before. And it's just going to cement my belief in that I moved to a really great area and I'm having a fantastic time. So our last day there was heartfelt. We all got together and did a couple of group pictures, which were really kind of fun to do, and just kind of goofed off a little bit and vowed, to keep in touch with each other. And there were some mother and daughter people there, which really was touching because it was Mother's Day on Saturday for Mexico, and then of course we celebrate our Mother's Day on Sunday. So it was like a twofer, for a lot of moms, and it just reminded me of how much I miss my mom, who's been deceased now for over 20 years, and yet how heartwarming it was to see these mothers and daughters together and enjoying themselves so much, and going out and doing things together, and it just put a smile on my face the entire time. And I will have to tell you that my roomie that I had, Nancy, was just the most polite and nice woman could ever meet. She actually found a sand dollar that matched the sand dollar in size and everything that I had found and put it out for me, and that was quite touching. So she's my sand dollar sister, as I call her. And then another lady there, we became what she called touch friends, and that was kind of cute. So whenever we email each other or text each other, we always say, "Hey, touch friend," and that's really kind of cute too. And it was cute because some other ladies were like, "Well, I want to be a touch friend too," and so it kind of got people to think outside of the box. So that was really cute, and I enjoyed that. And then I've got another friend that was like just that I made that was really, really nice. And again, like I said, I can't say one negative thing about the entire week. I wish I could have done 2 weeks, to be honest with you, because 1 week was just really not enough. And again, the place was absolutely gorgeous, right on the beach. So I got my beach fix and I got my ocean fix, which was really nice because this is the first place I've lived in Arizona that I don't really have any type of open water, close by like I did in California or Florida. So it really solved and fixed a lot of my, wanting to be near the water again. And I know for a fact that I'll probably be going back down there in October. It seems like that's when everybody goes down. It's like May and October, so twice a year. So I'm looking at places right now to go to and perhaps enjoy maybe with a girlfriend or two, and we'll see how that goes as it gets closer to October. But the ride down there was about 3.5 hours. So I'm not going to tell you that it's short. It wasn't. It was 3.5 hours. But as I told everybody, in California, it would take us probably a couple hours sometimes just to go 20 miles. So or an hour, sometimes or more to go 20 miles. So 3.5 hours wasn't that bad to go down there and come back. And we got through the border, or as I call it, Checkpoint Charlie, really, without any incidents, which is nice. And coming back was the same thing. We had maybe a 5-minute wait, and then we were cleared to come back into the United States of America, which I must say I'm very proud and very lucky to live in such a great country and be able to return after a visit like that without any hassle. So for those of you that are wanting to go down to Rocky Point or Puerto Penesco, I would say yes, just do it. Go, have fun. I can give you recommendations on places to stay, places to go to eat. We went to a fabulous, fabulous steak place that rivaled, seriously, the minute you walked into this place, you would not know if you were in New York or LA or Miami Beach. Seriously, it was of that quality. And the food and service was spot on. And then we went to another pizza place where they had wood burning, pizzas. And I'm going to tell you, the pizza was fantastic. Everything was, again, just spot on. We got to watch the sunset, which is always, to me, it's always a bonus wherever you are if you can watch the sunset. So, again, be more than happy to give you some information or suggest some places to go to eat or things to do if you're a little bit hesitant about going down there. And again, a shout out to all the women on week 1 of Girls Gone Wild 2024 that I think we just had the best time and got along. And like I said, there are, all these different personalities and, people going through different stages of, either a divorce or separation or had just been divorced or just getting separated or illnesses or even a death. It's just, it ran the full gamut of things. And that only cemented me doing this direction forward, because it just verified, it just absolutely verified that I'm on the right direction by doing this, and that women especially are very much, no matter what happens to them, that we do continue to go into a direction forward, and no matter what obstacles or what things we have to face in our life, we go in a direction forward. And that just put a smile on my face and just made me think of how wonderful and blessed that we all are, that we live in America, where, we do have that freedom to have a job, to go to school and get an education, to own a business, to be able to drive, to be able to go to a doctor if needed, to be able not to have to get married at 11 or 12 years old to a man that you don't even know, and have the freedom to voice your opinion, to do what you want, when you want to do it, without being restricted, like so many women in Middle Eastern countries that don't have those freedoms that we do. So any of you that are thinking that America is not the greatest, or America doesn't have, or you don't have the freedom, I want you just to kind of think about some countries where you wouldn't have any of this ability to dress how you wanted to do it, to drive, to go to school, to have an education, to have a voice, to speak what you want to say, when you want to say it. And that to me is precious. And to those of you that really don't give two nickels or 2 pennies, then you know what? Go and live there. I want you to leave America, and I want you to go and live there and see how everything is completely different. And hopefully you'll be able to come back to America. Hopefully. But anyway, thanks for listening to A Direction Forward. If you'd like to contact me, my email is adirectionforward@yahoo.com. And everybody, happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day. Have a great day. Keep smiling and keep moving in a direction forward.